Whether you've just got a PSVR2 or you're looking for new games to try out without spending any money, demos are a great way to test out games before you buy them to see whether you like the gameplay loop, visuals, or style. And the PSVR2 doesn't have countless demos available on the store, but there are a good few that are worth trying out, and some of these are my favourite games overall, and if a demo will help get somebody into it, I'm more than happy to talk about it in a video. So I thought it'd be a good idea to put together a couple of the demos that I recommend checking out if you haven't either tried them yet, or you haven't got the full game at all. So let's get straight into it. First of all, we've got to start with the big hitters. The first being Horizon Call of the Mountain. This demo will take you about 20 minutes-ish to complete, taking you through the opening boat ride and the subsequent mission, culminating in a fight with a Watcher. From this demo, you'll be able to get a feel of the character animation, which is absolutely incredible, the scale of the game, how vibrant its colors are, and how good the overall presentation is, but more importantly, how the gameplay feels. Whether it feels smooth to you, what kind of movement do you prefer, do you like the options on display here, do you think the combat is too stiff or are you happy with it, and how do you find the climbing? While these mechanics are expanded on throughout the full game, this demo will give you an insight into the basis of the mechanics that are then expanded on as you go. And it'll also give you a taste of reprojection at, in my opinion, kind of its worst on PSVR2 because Horizon's reprojection is quite prominent. However, you might find that you don't mind the reprojection at all and you want to go for the full game, in which case this is a good way of figuring out for free whether or not you want to spend those full £40–50 or so. So Horizon Call of the Mountain is definitely one I'd recommend. Now, the other big hitter before we get onto the somewhat more niche stuff that you might not have thought of or heard about is Resident Evil 8. Again, taking you anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes to complete. This demo takes you through the tutorial and the opening of the game as you head into the village for the first time. It sets the atmosphere really well, and to be honest, this level is one of the scariest parts of the game. So if you're looking for a horror kick, but you don't want to spend any money, I'd say give it a shot. It's one of the best looking PSVR2 games, one of the most fleshed out as well, and it's a AAA game that honestly has been praised so much so far, so I'll shut up now, but trust me, it's worth it, and this demo gives you a real taste of how the full game is. Next up is a game that I haven't tried before, but I really enjoyed the demo for, and I want to get my hands on the full game after playing it. That is Drums Rock. Much like Beat Saber, this is a rhythm game where you hit stuff to music, but instead of having blocks to slice, you actually have a drum kit in front of you. The drums you use with your feet that I can't remember the name of are absent here, but the rest of the kit is there and they feel really impactful with the haptics. And you can even throw around the drumsticks in between parts of songs, and you hit them together to start the track in the first place. It's really well thought out. The visual style didn't quite mesh for me immediately, but it really settled in after a while, and it's quite addictive. This is one that I slept on, and I don't want it to be slept on by everybody else, so if it looks like fun to you, please give it a go, and there's also a bunch of music packs for the game in terms of cheap DLC you can buy, including Undertale, which is pretty damn cool. That is Drums Rock, and the demo is free. It really doesn't take long to complete though, as there's only one song in the tutorial, so it's about 7 minutes or so, but it is worth giving it a go because the file size is very small and you might end up loving it. Next up, let's talk about how you can take a trip to Star Wars with Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, as this demo takes you through 13 to 15 minutes of, I think, the second mission in the game. Just past the opening, it'll throw you onto the planet of Batuu, which looks absolutely lovely, put you in some combat situations, and most importantly, put you in the main cantina, where you can play around with everything that's on display there. Doesn't have the last one. Damn it. The demo for Tales of the Galaxy's Edge is honestly just an incredible tech demo of some great character animations as well, because Lucasfilm do not mess about when it comes to VR games. The quality here is seriously good, and if you're on the fence about buying it, this will give you less of an inclination on how the gameplay is, because you don't get that much of it in terms of combat and exploration, but more about the visuals and the actual vibe of the world and whether you enjoy it. So I'd recommend checking it out. Another great demo for a game that I absolutely love is CSMASH VRS. It'll take you through the basics of the game, and if you end up enjoying it, there's some great single player content here in this sports VR game that's filling a niche that no other game really is. It's tiring, it's satisfying, it's got one of the best soundtracks on all of PSVR2, and it's finally come to other platforms as well. However, the demo here will give you a taste of how the gameplay is, whether you feel like it's impactful for you, and if you do end up enjoying it, the game has a load of content for both single player and multiplayer, although the multiplayer isn't that active unless it's a Saturday, as CSMASH Saturday takes place every single Saturday at 8 PM BST. However, the single player content is enough to bide me over, to be honest, because the game is just so much fun. The demo will give you a good idea on how it is, so go and check it out. Another one you really should check out is Ghost Signal, a Stellaris game. A roguelite that is completely different to every other roguelite on the platform, as it's not a first-person shooter to start. It's a strategy game, an exploration game, and a game that iterates every time you go through it, finding different things in the galaxy, and the demo will give you a good inclination of what those runs are like, how good the game looks, because it looks seriously good, an experience of the music as well, which is really, really nice, and a little taste of combat. The game itself is incredible, and my actual review sells it pretty well, I think, because I had such a good time with it. But if you need a taste of it to see how it actually looks in the headset, please go and check it out, because Ghost Signal is one of the most underrated games on PSVR2 in my opinion. It is pretty much perfect at what it does, and I absolutely love it, so go check out the demo. And finally, Puzzling Places is also one you should go and check out. This is a 3D puzzle game, and the demo gives you access to the first puzzle, I believe. Each puzzle is modeled really nicely with sound effects to go with them. The gameplay is super satisfying, it looks really clear and sharp in the headset, and it gets updated very frequently. So if you need a taste of the game before you jump in and buy it, please go check out Puzzling Places. I honestly had no thoughts about buying it until I tried the demo, because I just thought it maybe wasn't for me, but after trying out the demo, I quickly got in touch with the team and reviewed it because I was that enthralled by it. It's not a high-octane game by any means, but it is a really relaxing, very polished and well-built game that I recommend to basically anyone. That is Puzzling Places, go check out the demo. Well, that just about wraps us up here on the PSVR2 demos that you should try. One of them that I'll also throw in there as well is Song in the Smoke. I can't really test the game's full quality because I did get a key for it a good while ago, but I've been meaning to kind of hold back my thoughts before I actually go around to review it, and I didn't get the time to try it today in the midst of all these other demos. But if it does look good to you, please do give it a go, and I will have a review coming out for Song in the Smoke fairly soon. But overall, those are my picks for the best demos on PSVR2, and which ones will give you a good taste of what the headset can really do while leave you wanting more, as demos are designed to do. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you to our patrons Luke Bentley, Phil Irving, Hazit Mirza, and Ace Gamer. Your guys' contributions help keep the channel running day after day and week after week, so thank you for that. If you want to join the Patreon or YouTube membership or the Discord, all the links are in the description below. So thank you for watching. Please do join those if you want to, and I'll see you all in the next video.